The Eclipse-class Super Star Destroyer was a class of Imperial Super Star Destroyer manufactured by the Kuat Drive Yard and mainly used around 6 years after the Battle of Endor. Prior to the rise of the First Order, by volume, the Eclipse was one of the largest warships ever built. Encased in a jet black durasteel, the immense ship was said to be the deadliest capital ship in the galaxy. The Eclipse class was more mobile than the Death Star, being equipped with both the enhanced hyperdrive and fast sublight engines. Because of its powerful technological and psychological weapon, the Eclipse was almost unstoppable and was built as a flagship for Palpatine. But the vessel's heavy hull plating and strong shields also made it possible to use the ship as a ramming device against virtually anything, destroying enemies through shield impact force. In the early development phase, the ship was intended to be the next generation Star Dreadnought for Palpatine and the Galactic Empire for the next century. Its enormous size and black superstructure made for a powerful and intimidating effect against the Rebel Alliance, and in a battle it handily demoralized the opposing forces. For this size comparison, let's start with the SpaceX SN-10, which is about 50 meters in height or 165 feet. In the background is the Airbus 380, which has a total length of 73 meters or 240 feet. While the larger Imperial II class Star Destroyer is about 1600 meters or 5,250 feet in length. The Eclipse Star Destroyer has a total length of around 700,500 meters or 11 miles and can accommodate about 700,000 crew members and an additional 150,000 troops. As you can see from this demonstration, the Airbus A380 is barely noticeable next to the Eclipse. While the longer Executive class has a total length of 19,000 meters or about 12 miles and can accommodate about 280,000 officers and enlisted crew with additional 38,000 troops. Because of its size, the ship can only move about 100 km per hour, but has a Class 1 hyperdrive rating. Although technically smaller in length than the Executive class by 1,500 meters, the Eclipse class nevertheless exceeds even the Executive class in terms of overall mass and volume. Both ship sizes were large enough to be classified as a space station. Similar in design to many ISD, the Eclipse was also outfitted with a repair facility and docking bay. The bridge was located near the back of the top section of the ship, with the main sensor array on the other side of the bridge from the communication array and the deflector shield command perch on top of the bridge tower. Its main communication array extends from the tower side and the long-range communication system. Other combat-oriented technology includes several gravity well projectors, which were used to prevent enemy ships from entering hyperspace. In addition, the ships also come equipped with about 100 tractor beams and an enhanced shielding system. The shield systems, combined with the dual steel plating, were strong enough to avoid significant damage during battle. Located at the back were the array of 6 drive engines, which gave the ship a sublight acceleration of 900 Gs. The ship's hyperdrive were rated at 2 and the backup hyperdrive at 6. The launch bay and hangar set approximately mid-ship on the bottom, with the hangar large enough to hold a Victory-class Star Destroyer. The vessel had other smaller hangars throughout the ship, suited for shuttles and smaller starships. Located near the front of the ship was the crew's quarters. Even though the Eclipse was initially designed for space combat, the vessel was also built for ground troop assault. Every trooper stationed aboard the Eclipse, 150,000 in total, was specifically selected. The Eclipse was outfitted with 550 heavy laser cannons, 500 turbo lasers, 75 ion cannons, and a super laser mounted along the spine of the ship. The most important development in the design of the Eclipse was its main weapon. Based on the technology of the Death Star, the Eclipse single super laser could fire at 2/3 the power of one Death Star super laser component, a feat made possible by advances in super laser focusing and generator technology. The super laser weapon was designed to destroy even the most powerful planetary shield and annihilate an entire continent in an instant. However, the super laser was prone to breakdown and was difficult to aim, as the entire vessel needed to be aligned with the target. Similar to its sister ship, the Eclipse II was also delayed in completion due to Palpatine's demise. It serves as a flagship for the Emperor Palpatine after the destruction of the first Eclipse. There were a few differences between the two variants. First, the engines were extensively redesigned with an additional 2 engines added. And 2, a tower structure was added to the super laser. The Eclipse II was destroyed after the astromech droid R2-D2 took control of its computer banks and set the ship on a collision course with the Galaxy gun. It's a shame that the Eclipse I and II were never seen on a TV series or movie, since it was rather unique in design and intimidating ships for the Galactic Empire. The vessel resemblance to the ancient naval ships further enhanced its fearsome image. Not only was the Eclipse similar in size to the Eclipse class, it was equipped with the firepower of an entire planet, making it a powerful foe in the standard ship-to-ship combat. Similar to the Interdictor-class vessel, it had several gravity well projectors to prevent enemy ships from entering hyperspace. In addition to its use as a warship, the Eclipse also served for some time as an orbital space station above the Imperial capital of Bliss. The Eclipse have a tonnage of 600,000 metric tons, with the provision capable of lasting 10 years, and was entirely self-sufficient. So, what are your thoughts on the Eclipse? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.